Hey yo, what's up with y'all? How y'all doing? In today's video, we will go over and break into the most useful and important builds known to Fortnite. I will break down and show you all of these moves step by step. Builds that can get you high ground, and most importantly, builds you can fight with. And I'll also show you how to practice correctly. Once again, I will break these moves down step by step, so if you're trying to learn how to build, or you're trying to get your builds down perfectly, this video is perfect for you. I will go into detail and your builds will go from this to this. And by the end of the video, I guarantee that you will learn something. But without any further ado, let's get inside. Okay, first we're going to start with cover moves. Basically all of the most useful moves that you can do to cover yourself up from getting shot. Then moves that'll help you keep and take height. That way once you get high ground, you'll know how to keep it. And I'll also teach you some workarounds to maintain it. Then after, I'll teach you some build moves you can fight with, or that'll help you end fights better. This video is for the people that don't know how to build in general. So if you're expecting something crazy advanced, this video is most likely not for you. Okay, first let's start with side jumps. First off, we have the high wall side jump, and it looks like this. Basically, you want to edit and put walls through like this. And as you're running up, you want to turn to the left a little bit and look up high. As you run out, you want to look up. So like, I'm going to be on this side, right? And as I'm moving up, I want to go out and then turn up in the air as soon as I jump. You edit through, put the wall right here in the front and then on the left side. And then as you go up, as you jump out and go up to the side, you're going to be already looking up. So you jump up, look up high like that, flick up one time, put that wall, look down right here in front of you, put that floor, the bottom floor, and then the top floor. And that's how you do a high wall side jump. Basically, if you want to do a normal side jump, like on a ramp, you would jump out to the side like this, put a floor, and then you can put a ramp if you want to. But let's say you mess it with your side jumps in general. All you have to do is put a cone like this, but what you don't want to do is run from under at this angle because it won't work. It can, but it's terrible. You don't want to be all the way under the cone like this, and don't make any mistakes doing that because you will mess up that side jump. If anything, you want to be as close as possible to the right side. Straight, then go out to the side. Like run up and go out to the side before you reach the top. You want to run up and get that type of motion going, just like that. But you don't want to wait too long because you get your head like this. You see that? That's not good. So you want to start right here, go up, run off to the side, and then you want to look kind of straight. You don't want to look down, you just want to look kind of straight. And you don't want to look up too high because it won't place. But do that as you're going up and not too up or too down. I know we y'all make the mistake of looking down too far trying to put that floor, but you really don't need to. Look at this. You see how that can mess you up? And then we have other side jumps like the turnaround. Put a wall right here, put a ramp on your neck, then you go out. You can do this any way you want to, really. It doesn't have to be a direct turnaround. And now I'm going to show you the main ways you can go. You see, you can either go out to the right or you can do a full 180. All you have to do is just edit the floor, put a wall through, and then put a wall facing the way you want to go and put a ramp on the back of your neck. I'm going to show you again. But in order to do this, all you have to do is, put your cone and then your floor. You edit through, right? And you put walls through the cone. Same way. You just pick which way you want to go. So let's say I want to go out that way, right? I'm going to jump out and put a wall just to my left. And then I'm going to put a floor and a ramp at the same time. Like I'm going to jump as far as I can to this end right here. And I'm going to put a ramp on my neck. Boom, I jump out, but I'm jumping really far out. I'm holding walls and I'm jumping really far out, trying to get to this end so I can put a ramp on my neck. And if you want to reverse it, all you have to do is just edit one tile closest to you to the back, put walls through, and look out to the left side and connect the wall to it. And then as you jump, you want to put a floor and a ramp on the back of your neck. See, it's like I'm pinching myself in a way. Next up, I'm going to show you something a little advanced. Just basically what you want to do is you want to edit through, same way, right? Put walls through. And then as you spin out, you want to put a wall back here, right? off of that wall. You want to put a wall like right there. Just spin out. Spin off of this wall. Then when you look down right here, you want to put a floor and a ramp. But the goal is to be on top of it. And then when you're on top of it, all you're going to do is place a cone. You can also do this for high walls too. Basically, all you have to do is just spin and put more than one wall. This is mainly for keyboard and mouse players, but you can do it on controller. And it's only if you want to do like really protected retakes. The easiest way to explain this is to just, when you walk up to this point right here, you go through, you know, put the walls and the cones and everything you need to, right? Put the walls. And then you want to jump into this area. Like try to jump right here in this area, like where this floor is, but extend outwards. So as I jump out, I'm not looking this way, I'm not looking forward. The trick is you want to more so look back first, then look forward. You want to complete a back spin, placing that back wall first. So you want to jump out and spin like that, but the goal is to end up right here in this corner right here. So as I jump out, putting this wall down as I'm jumping out like this, and I am walking back to walk back into the wall. But as I'm in the air, of course, when I get to this point, right, when I spin up off of this wall, I'm trying my best to walk back. I fall right back in the corner. And now we have the basic cover up where you land on a ramp and put a cone. One of the most easiest side jumps to do and the most protected. So basically, yeah, what you want to do is you want to put walls through, right, the cone. Then you want to put wall right here and right there. As you're going out, you want to look straight forward, like right up, straight forward. And your goal is to get right here in this corner, right there. So you go up, you want to try your best to get right here in this spot and put a ramp. And that's all you have to do. Put this ramp down, looking like this. The cone will place automatically as long as you're looking right here. It does it every time, just look straight. It can place if you look down, but you can edit faster if you're already looking up. You can also do this on the left side. You just put walls up, then go for it. But the thing is, it's not as protected because the wall in the back doesn't place. But there's also a variation of this. You basically edit, then put walls through, then jump off to the side and land on the floor and ramp, and then put a cone. And in order to get this done, basically all you have to do is, and then when you go out, my bad. When you go out, you want to look straight forward, like straight ahead, and then try to place this wall right here as you're going up and out to the side and catch yourself. You can keep going if you want to. Now let's move on to moves about high ground, starting with rifle cones, and this is how they look. To start off, you don't want to be all the way down the ramp. You want to be like at least right here. You place the wall behind the ramp like this. I'm just editing so you can see where the wall is. You don't want to be too close because you can put a wall and mess yourself up. So you want to be like at least right here, and then put this wall, turn off to your right just a little bit, put a wall right here, and then you want to go up at an angle. Just turn upward like that, and make sure not straight back. You want to go up at an angle, and when you go up in an angle, you want to make sure you're going up at an angle in motion. So you want to be running up the ramp, and when you get to this point, you just want to pivot and look back. Look back and up while placing walls, and then you want to put a cone when you look up at the top. And make sure you're looking up when you place this cone, always. You don't want to be looking down when you put the cone because you're just going to put a cone on top of yourself. And it's also really protective if you start off on a new one while you're still covered by the old one. And then you just want to keep repeating the same thing. Just like that, same motion, go up, same motion. There's also a such thing called a cover 180, and you can do a 180 and it will cover you up, but it will look like this, and that's just not good enough, you know. It's more safer to go for the rifle, but if you can't, just go for this. And the cool little trick that I learned with this is basically once you go up as if you're going for a rifle, right? And then you put a cone, and then you want to jump up again and put 2 more walls through it while placing a ramp and a floor, just like that. And that would look like this. Let me play it again. You basically want to triplet it through. There is another version of this when you just put walls down. You put 2 extra walls, and then you land on ramps as you're putting the top walls. This is my favorite, to be honest with you. It's really useful in rank and like, you know, just in-game situations. By the way, if you guys didn't know, the colors determine how hard or how easy it is to do. Green is easy, Red is hard. Alright, let's get back into it. And basically, it's the same thing. You just turn around, you put walls, you look right here, in this part right here, this area, and then you move in a circular motion like this, and you can put all the walls down. Jump up again, look from this wall to that wall, you look like that, and then you put ramps down. Very simple. Now we have the sway retake. Basically, you do the same thing you did with the wall trick, but the only difference is that you do it in front of you as you're going up, just like that. And then you put a ramp above and edit the wall, and then you put another one to start the next one. And you don't want to be all the way right here because you're gonna get yourself caught, and you don't want to be far back like this either. You see how that would mess you up? The wall is gonna cut you off every time. So what you want to do is you want to walk up right here. You be good and nice in the middle of the room like this. You don't have to look directly in the corner. You can just look slightly up to the side. Then you can look anywhere as long as you're looking forward, and then just build around. And then when you put the wall down, you can always edit like this, but just know it might mess you up. So it's better off like this. Put the ramp and continue with one big motion. Like that. It's not as hard as you think it is, but I know there's a lot of people that can't do this. So, you know, I'm trying my best to explain it. It's very easy once you get the hang of it. And this is used for most fights in general. And let's say you wanted to switch directions, right? You just put a cone, put a ramp, a floor, and another ramp. And then you continue on. Now it's time for the reverse triple edit. And this is what that looks like. It's kind of easy, but basically all you have to do is just edit both tiles and then walk up to like right here. And then as you're going up, you want to turn around, put a wall, edit the wall, and then you want to run down a ramp a little bit and then jump up. Just like that. You want to give yourself time to run down the ramp. You don't want to jump up as soon as you double edit. You want to give yourself some time to run down the ramp a little bit and then jump. You have to give yourself some time to build up momentum to jump, and also give yourself some space. Because if you jump instantly, you're just going to hit your head or miss the jump altogether. Like this. This is what you would do to beat people to high ground. Let's say you're ramp rushing at somebody, right? Or like they're at a distance and they're ramping up towards you, and you want to beat them to height, right? If you run up like this, obviously you're going to get caught. And you don't want that. But let's say they're a little higher, and there's a chance of them getting height like that above you. So what you want to do is this right here. It's a Zone Wars ramp rush, but basically it works in anything as long as you do it right. You see how that towers over this? It's just a cheap way to make sure you get height. And no, I'm not saying do this all the way from the bottom, because of course who's just gonna sit still and let you take height? I'm saying do this from the beginning, or do this from the jump to guarantee that you get it. And you do it like this. You put 2 ramps down, put a floor, put a ramp, and then you want to be at the edge of this ramp right here, not in the corner but like on the edge right here. And then you want to wait a second, it's like right here. Like before you start to jump up and build that, you want to be like right here in this area. Like align yourself right here. It's kind of hard to explain it, but like don't be under or too low down. You want to be at this angle, so when you build, it'll just push you up. You know, you do that, and then you walk up the ramp, right? Walk up the ramp while putting another ramp right here to the side. And then when you get to the top of this ramp, all you have to do is put a wall through it, and then put a wall up right here. And then you want to continue up with the floor and the ramp. Continue to go up, extend the ramp out, and then look right back down. Put a floor and a ramp, walk all the way up to the top of this ramp, and then you want to put a wall right behind the new ramp that you stuck out, and put a wall right back above it. Same thing, look down, floor ramp, put another ramp, put another wall, but you got to be like all the way up here, and then you just keep going. You jump, build, jump. That's basically how you do it. Next we have coning people off. Basically all you have to do is just like, look up at a certain height and then put cones down. This also stops people from getting high ground. It's equal to like standing above somebody and putting cones in them, but the only difference is that you're not above them. You're just stopping them from going above you. But yeah, you just look up at a certain height, like above is basically a sweet spot. You just have to look up high enough, put those cones down. And no, you don't have to be on top of a cone to do it. And you can do this anywhere, for real. And you can do this almost at any height as long as you jump. You see how I'm jumping up? I can just place a cone in the middle of me jumping at that same height. Because of course, I may not be standing on builds to do it, but I can still jump up and do it. You can build up to someone, and as long as you jump up high enough, you can cone them. And when you do, a nice trick to do afterwards is this. You just wall it off and put a ramp. Now we have the 90 side jump. Basically, you do a side jump into some 90s. There's also a more protected way to do this. You just edit through like this, put a wall, then do the side jump, right? Put a ramp in the floor, and right here you basically don't have to put anything else. You want to edit through, put a wall in front and on your right side, and then you want to grab this ramp and flip it forward and land right on top of it, and then continue with your 90s. Next, I'm going to show you how to build towards somebody, like when somebody's above you, while being covered. Basically, you want to go under this ramp right here with the wall. Make sure there's a cone on your head too, right? Like right there. You want to build walls all the way around and in front of that wall. And as soon as you edit, you want to be able to put a ramp and a cone down like almost instantly. So once I let go, I place it down, and then I'll do the exact same thing on the left side. Put walls all the way through it and then connect ramps on the side of it. Remember, once you edit, put that cone down as fast as possible and then that ramp. Next, I'm going to explain a retake with all of these moves. Do a thwifle. You want to go out to the side and do some high walls and land on a ramp, and make sure to put a ramp above your head. You want to edit through, put a ramp and cone, then put a wall up to your right side, put a floor above your head, put walls through, then do a side jump with high walls. And then you jump off to the side, put a ramp, and if you want to, you can continue to go straight and act as if there's somebody in front of you, and build the cone and build the walls through, and cover yourself up. Or you can go this way and build a wall right here and do a high wall right here, and then put a floor in the ramp, and then walk in this corner and then turn around and do a thwifle cone. And that's basically a good example on how to chain these moves together to get height. Because that's all you gotta do is just mix these moves up and you will get height. I guarantee you, I get it all the time. So But before we end off on the height moves, I'm going to explain to you why it's important to put walls through the cones before trying to edit through them. And of course, it's a two-step process. You do walls right here, then you jump up with two walls and put a floor in the ramp, and then you triple edit through. But let's say they were going up doing a triple edit also. This wall would be a 50-50. Like the chance of them getting this wall would be a 50-50. And that's why you do that anyway. You want to be able to be confident to do a triple edit without there being nothing in the way. Now it's time to move on to the fighting moves. Moves that you would use in a fight. Next fighting move I'm going to show you is what to do when someone is in your box. If you ever get a ramp on top of someone, you could easily, edit to the side and then drop on them and shoot them. I mean, you can, it works, but it's a 50-50. What you want to do is grab the ramp edit like this and edit it while you're on top of it. Once you release, you want to jump and shoot and reset. It's very simple, it's very clean, and it eliminates the option of you getting shot back. Now, when you're outside your box, you don't want to do ramp edits like this. Like, you don't want to edit your ramp facing you, because as you can see, it really doesn't protect you at all. You can still get shot back no matter how far you get back to the wall. What you want to do is edit the ramp forward. Let me show you something. If I edit the ramp backwards, I'm going to show you how open this is, right? Let's say I'm doing a mongrel, but the ramp is backwards, right? When I peek over to this side, my whole body is exposed. You may not see it, but look, they can shoot you right back. But let's say I was editing the ramp forward. You see the end of this ramp? It's basically covering me up too, and I have more room to pivot into the shot. And that's exactly how you want to do it. When you're trying to piece control or box anybody, your first goal is to get the wall. Either get the walls or the cones. Remember, you can place cones further than walls. But look, as long as there's a cone or something above, like right, okay, I'm gonna show you. As long as there's something right there, you can cone off the top part too. So if you don't think the walls will reach, remember your cones can. Also remember, try not to put walls in the way because that can slow you down. You can also cone somebody that's trying to go up like this, but like from super far away. Like you can cone this off. And now let's talk about boxing people. Basically, you edit a window, you put a cone at the bottom and the top, and then you look to the corner, put a wall. You can also do this on the side. You put 2 cones, and you don't have to look up that high or far to put the cones. And then you look to the far right to put the wall. It's even easier if you open up the whole entire box. You can just open it up like this, put 2 cones, and then put wall. Whether or not you full box somebody or not depends on what they're doing. You can piece somebody instead of boxing them. You can piece by only putting cones. You full box by putting walls only. Sometimes in some situations you may just have to put cones, and that's good enough, because putting down the rest of the walls can get you shot. Now I'm going to teach you some floor peaks. Basically, you will edit a floor like this, put a ramp through, and then you will walk all the way up like to right here in this area and jump. You can also edit a cone like this, then put the floor and jump. That's like the easier way to do it. You don't have to work as hard. And to do that, all you would have to do is walk up, and put a cone, edit it like this, and then as soon as you release the edit, you want to instantly put a floor. You also want to make sure it's a ramp, because if it's not, it'll just break. Then once you edit that floor, you want to walk right here, like really close to it, because you have more like reach. But you walk all the way right here and jump. Just jump right into it. And there's another type of floor peak. Basically, if you're above somebody like this, you can edit your floor to the side like this, and it'll give you nice protection temporarily, as long as they don't come up, because if you edit like this, you're just showing yourself. So instead, you want to start editing like this. Next, we're going to talk about keeping momentum. Basically, I'm going to show you what to do to keep going up to height without like slowing down. So obviously, yeah, you can connect a wall to any surface, basically anything. And if you know how to do this correctly, nothing's going to be able to stop you from it. All you would have to do is just put a wall and a ramp. If you can put a wall there, you can put a ramp there, and you can connect anywhere really. So, and this is perfect for moving around because it's good mobility, and it's a good starter if you're trying to just keep going, and it's just a really good starter. And I know this is nothing new, but a lot of people don't know this and don't know what to do. Like, a lot of people don't know stuff like this, so I'm just explaining it anyway. Okay, but yeah, now it's time for me to show you how to practice these moves. Basically, you want to go into a writer's map, go to free build, put the speed on 60, and then you want to just practice building the same moves in slow-mo. This should help with your timing. It should help you understand what you're doing in the moment, and it won't overwhelm you as much. But anyways, that's it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for watching the video. I really ain't been in my creative bag for real. I've been in my post bag and comp bag, but like, thank y'all for watching. Stay safe, stay dangerous. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Like I said before, if it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't even be doing this. Have a good night, have a good day. Hope y'all have a good one. Bye.